Okay, you're going to practice simplifying exponents some more. So you got 3 lines. If you don't have the line, underline it. Okay. So on top, just the top, I got a factor of y and another factor of y, so I just put a plus. Okay. So 3 times 5 is 15, and then we have 7. And 15 plus 7 is 22. That's a positive, just bring it over, and you can't really solve it. Okay, simplify it, I should say. Now this one, follow your rules. You just have a factor of m on top. It's to the negative 4th power. Now bottom you have a factor of m and another factor of m, so I put plus and I go 3, negative 2. So 3 plus negative 2 is 1. Now if you have a factor on bottom, you want to see if you can scribble it out. Well, I can, because I can get rid of it and then minus 1 from the top. So negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. Okay, then why don't you bring that to the bottom. You can't just bring that over. That has to go from top to bottom, so m to the 5th. Can't really do much about that. You need to put a 1 over it, though. You don't want your 1 to be top to be empty. I don't like this negative. Get rid of it. Okay, let's see if I did that on the assignment. Yeah, go to number 4 on the assignment. Get rid of that negative on the 4. Okay, next problem. So I have a factor of 5, I have a factor of x, a factor of 4, and then a second factor of x, so I'll just add. So 5, 1 times 2 is 2. Now on x, first x, I'm going to take 3 times 2, that's 6, and then 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. 4 is to the 1, it's not in parentheses, so we just keep a 1. All these powers are positive, just bring them over. Okay, so 5 to the power of 2 would be 5 times 5, that's 25. We can also simplify 4 to the first, that would be 4. And then write times x to the power of 9. Now remember to times the 25 by 4. That makes 5 or 100. Okay, now in the numerator, just look at the top. Forget about the bottom. Do the top and the bottom separately. So you got a 6, a factor of a factor of b, factor of 2, a factor of a, so I just plus to the first a, another plus with the b. Now on bottom I have and now I'll figure these out. Okay, so 6 is to the 1, it's just to the 1. Now a, we have to add a couple exponents, so we have 4. Here that's a 1, and 1 times 3 then would be 3. So 4 plus 3 gives me a a to the 7th. Now b, we have 2 exponents on b, so we have a 5 from here, then 1 times 3 is 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then my 2's to the 1, 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, now on bottom we have a factor of a factor of b, another factor of a, so I put plus, and another factor of b, so I put plus. So a is to the 1, okay, so it's going to be 1 plus, and then that's a 2 there, and then, but I got to take it times 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. So 1 plus 6 is 7. Now b, we have a 1, and over here 2 times 2 is 4. So 1 plus 4 is going to be 5. Okay, now try to cross out the bottoms if it's possible. So you have an a on bottom and an a on top. Okay, 7 minus 7 is 0. So a is to the 0 power. B, you want to get rid of your b to the 5th, and then I go up here and subtract 5 from the b to the 8th, and that's 3. 1, 0, 3, 3. They're all positives, just bring them all over. Now you can actually simplify 3 of these. And even though that's a letter, if it's a 0 power, you can just get rid of it, okay? even if it's a letter. Because anything to the 0 power is 1, I don't need a factor of 1. So 6 to the first would be 6. 2 to the third would be 2 times 2 times 2, that would be 8. And then times b to the third. Then last, I take 6 times 8, 48. Okay. Okay, next problem. Don't like that negative there. Okay. Just get rid of that negative. I don't want you to worry about bases as negatives. Okay. So the top is 3, just to the first. On the bottom we have a 2 and an x. 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. Now I bring the 3 to the first straight over. I can't bring these straight over, okay? I would have to move them to the top so that their negative exponents can be rewritten as positives. Okay, and now I simplify what I can. So if they're on bottom with a negative exponent, you move it to the top, then you can write it as 2 to the 5th and x to the 5th. So 3 to the first is 3, 2 to the 5th, 32 times x to the 5th. So 3 times 32, 96. Okay, next up. So we have 3 times x times y. 3's to the first, don't multiply if it ain't in parentheses. X, 1 factor of x, negative 3, 1 factor of y, 14. Okay, the ones 3 to the first, bring it straight over. X, do not bring straight over. It goes to the bottom where it goes positive. Y, keep it on top. You keep it where it's at, it comes straight over. 3 to the first is 3, and then the variables can't be forgotten. But remember, don't put x to the third on top. You need to keep that, bring it straight over. Okay, next one. So what do I have? I have a factor of 3, a factor of x, factor of y, one of each of them. So no plus. 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. Okay, we can't bring him straight over. He has to move to the bottom, so 3 to the 4th. Can't bring him straight over. He'll have to move to the bottom, so I can write the 12 as the 12th power is positive. He can come straight over. Okay. Okay, 3 to the 4th I can simplify. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, 81. So this becomes 81 straight over. From here to here is just straight over. Times x to the 12th. Okay, then my last one. On top I have a base of 5, a base of x, a base of y. So, one of each factor on top, so 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. Negative 3 on the x and 7 on the y. Now on the bottom you have 2 more factors, x times y. So I have negative 7 and negative 4. Well, now we want to cross, when I start off with things on bottom, we want to cross out. Like here I can't, because that 2, there's no 2 on top. X, there's no x on top. X, there's an x on top, so I get rid of the x to the negative 7, and I minus negative 7 from the negative 3. 4. So that is x to the power of 4. Same with the y's. I can cross that out because I can subtract negative 4 from 7, and that's going to be 11. Okay, you can't bring him straight. You got to bring him here so he can be a positive 3rd power. X to the 4th, y to the 11th. And then 5 to the third is 5 times 5 times 5. 125.